We talked about the lessons, we talked about housing. Now let's talk about feeding our children.
Okay.
And one of the things, you mentioned it earlier, organic food.
Right.
As a home economist, where do you see that falling into maybe us spending too much money?
Okay, so organic food costs a lot more. What you have to know about organic food is that it's not made without pesticides. It's made without synthetic pesticides, which sounds perfectly reasonable until you realize that natural pesticides are still toxic. They're still designed to kill bugs. There are no regulations for how frequently they can be sprayed. There are regulations for how frequently you can spray synthetic pesticides. So that means that, well, you have to think about it. Do you want something in a small dose? You know, like almost anything can be safe in small doses. Almost anything can be toxic in large doses. What's more is the EPA understands that conventional farms and organic farms share land. So what they say is, okay, if the synthetic pesticide blow over and sort of rest on the organic pesticide, that's okay, assuming it's at levels of 5% of what we consider safe. So then the EPA went out and tested its own program. They tested a whole array of vegetables and fruits. And they found that 50% of these had no synthetic pesticides. They found that about 30%, more or less, 30% had above the levels of 5%, and 20% were at the 5% level. So basically, when you buy, according to the study, when you buy organic produce, you only have a 50% chance of not getting any synthetic pesticides, right? And then Cornell University went out and they did a study and they found that the variation in synthetic pesticide residue among organic groceries was as big as the difference between the variation between organic and conventional.
That's because they're planted in close proximity to the other.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. Also, organic produce is fertilized with manure, and if it's from cows that have antibiotics, and that gets into the soil, which gets in, you know what I mean? So there's all sorts of factors, and it's okay. Like I said, it's okay to buy organic. What's not okay is to accept dirty looks in the supermarket from another mother who's buying organics and is getting and only has a 50% chance that her money is being well spent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. I'm not saying don't buy organics, it's always a ripoff. No, there's a variation and there might be some benefits and there might not. But we can't, as parents, feel like we're subpar at our jobs for buying conventional produce. We can't, as parents, feel superior to other parents because we're buying organic produce. I'm saying there is a variation in this industry that is very great.